lock it in. Use those tools out there, the forward caching, futures, options. There's plenty of opportunity to lock in profit if we get that move. Take advantage of it. Lock in that, the profit and feel better about yourself going into the summer and fall season.
It might be the best opportunity of the year. I mean, we've seen that, haven't we?
Well, exactly. Last year, let's be honest, a lot of people were very optimistic going into Memorial Day.
Our weekly farm television show, This Week in Agribusiness, is one that Orion and I have done for, I believe, about 14 years now. We own the show. Orion has been doing syndicated farm television since 1975, and we have been on stations all over the United States. We're now on something like 120 local television stations, the RFD TV channel, where we're seen 4 times a weekend on RFD. And then it plays also on the Farm Progress websites.
So I'd say the audience is number one from the standpoint of the enjoyment and fulfillment that I get from this career. They're the greatest people in the world. They're the most giving people in the world. And anytime we go out to a farm to do a story, we work at that all the time to find ways to explain what's happening in the rural communities across the country and relate them. Well, in my case, working in downtown Chicago, I have a huge city audience every day at noon, and my goal is to provide useful, timely information for producers and then educational information for consumers who have no idea where their food comes from. 5 1/4 cents a bushel at $4.86. March corn up a nickel, $3.75 1/2, and March soybeans up.
Being a farm broadcaster is, yes, an agriculture journalist. There's no doubt about that. We consider ourselves ag journalists, but farm broadcasters take very seriously that business of being a reliable source for farmers. We also take very seriously telling agriculture's story. And that means explaining things to people who have no contact whatsoever. And this has been especially rewarding for me, having broadcast carried in one of the biggest cities in America, to have people come up to me from all walks of life and say, hey, we heard you and Mr. Samuelson talking about this on the radio. People who are airline pilots, people who are corporate executives, to have the chance to touch those lives. And we all get to do it. I don't care whether you're on at Wichita Falls or Sterling or Fort Branch or Princeton or wherever you are. As a farm broadcaster, you have a chance to make a difference in people's lives. And there's something very cool about that. Not just the farmers, but the people who are listening to us from all walks of life. You can brighten their day. You can tell them something they didn't know. You can influence them in some way. And at the end of the day, there's something very cool about that.
I would say the learning process from fellow NAFB members has been invaluable. I have learned so much on what to do and how to do it. I'd say that is the most valuable.
I think what I learned from these seasoned veterans that I was around as a much younger farm broadcaster was humility, to be a good listener, to be a friend, and have somebody reach out to you during a difficult time. People who would mentor you, people who would take time to sit with you and share with you, listen to you.
I would say to young broadcasters, don't forget what you learned in the early days, because someday you'll find that useful in what you're doing.
What we do in the broadcasting business, we talk into a microphone, it goes down a line, goes up a 700-foot tower, goes out into the atmosphere, and it's gone. It's gone. It's not like it's building a bridge. It's not like we're making refrigerators. It's not like, there's something to show at the end of the day. It disappears into the atmosphere, bounces off the ionosphere, goes away. It's gone. So I guess at the end of the day, we hope that, maybe we've touched lives and made a difference. There's this rich heritage of us guys working together as a team and as a family. This Week in Agribusiness.